get situated. Alright. I think everything's on. Music. We've got monster stuff. Alright. So the theme tonight is Evil Mermaid. Hey Layla. Yes, haircut. Thank goodness. It was way overdue. Let's do... I do like a dark blue wear for sketching. Thanks. Yeah, it felt crazy. Like I was just like, especially like I hate when my hair like passes my ears and it gets all like, I don't know, it's gross. Anyway, okay, so Evil Mermaid tonight. Got a suggestion for Evil Mermaid. So I think the main thing, I kind of want to figure out like a cool. Don't do blacktail equals evil. Oh no way! That feels so cheap. I think. Okay, wait, actually. Oh no, we can't. Blacktail equals evil. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're not doing that. Okay, I think I'm giving her super broad shoulders, which is not necessarily what I want to do yet. Okay, so I'm just trying to like figure out the gesture at this point, I think. Because I still want to keep with this square format. Blacktail evil. No way. No way. We gotta make her evil. We'll make it legit evil. Like beyond just like her design. Okay, so I'm starting to detail only because I don't want to forget certain things. Okay, let's see. Wait. Oh, that song was just like over. I was like, did the music cut out? Yeah, we will definitely spice things up. Okay. I've never done this pose, but I'm like, so that's why I was like, I'm like trying to figure out. That's one of the best things if you don't have reference is to like move your own body so you know what's going on. Oh, that's kind of an interesting thing. Like the webs only go to the first knuckle or something. So I'm like trying to. We'll do the face in like an interesting perspective, I think. Or I'll try to do it in an interesting perspective because perspective is tough. Oh, sharp, like, yeah, we'll definitely do sharp teeth. Actually, you know, the hair is actually a. The hair is a chance to actually break up the silhouette. So we're definitely, we'll keep it like, we'll give her like these big crazy black eyes, I think. I should zoom in, sorry. I think I'm gonna use like an anglerfish as the inspiration for her too. So it makes sense that she has like the big bottom jaw teeth, and like, you know, she's deep underwater, so she has to have like these big kind of well protected eyes. So the only real human thing we'll give her is kind of like this cute little nose, and then the rest will be pretty fish-like. And then she has obviously like the more humanoid like arms, but then like, you know, quickly go into fish monster from that. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to like, I'm still trying to figure out the composition here. I think I'm gonna have to move the tail and hair. Oops. We'll work on that in a second though. Anyway, how are you doing tonight, Layla? Didn't even ask, sorry. Ooh, a fish in her mouth. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think we could have blood trailing from... We could have blood trailing from her mouth regardless. And I wonder if there's like... Oh, this is fun. Like, have another fish here. Single light source? Yeah, probably. So we're gonna, this will be not necessarily an easy piece, but I think hopefully it'll be fun. Oh, okay. I had this on the wrong lasso tool mode, but it'll work out fine. Yeah, me too. Okay, so there is this. Uh, oh man, I feel like this is another one of those like this might be a generational gap, but like, are you aware of a show called DuckTales at all? Oh, what's the matter, cat? Mikey, come on. What's the matter, bud? Okay, okay. So there was this one episode. It's cool. You don't need to watch. But so Scrooge McDuck goes on adventures with his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie, also ducks, anthropomorphized talking ducks. Very Disney-esque, and they uh, they basically, I forgot what the context is. I don't actually remember the context of this episode, but I just remember they did one episode where, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the anatomy of this hand. They did this one episode where they basically, I think it was kind of like a recreation of the Odyssey, or like the Odyssey version of DuckTales. And there was a siren basically. But I remember being super wigged out because, okay, I think I know what I'm doing enough here. We'll figure some of that out later. Wait, zoom out. Okay, real quick. DuckTales, it was like these like lady ducks, because they're all ducks, right? But like that are sitting on a rock, and it looked like this is their bodies, right? They have hair, different color hair. I think they all had different color hair. Like I feel like there was a blonde, brunette, and a redhead. Anyway, but like they're all like chilling on like these rocks, right? And they're singing, and like everyone gets all like weirded out if they don't have the earplugs in. But as the ship gets closer, it's actually, they're just like these living things, and there's like a monster basically, and like that was the siren. It was like anchored to the ground so it couldn't swim after them, but then like there's like a big mouth that came up, and it was like it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I was like, I'm into it. And so like that stuck with me for years. For years, I tell you. Okay. So I'm changing the angle a little bit to give. This is like a really weird place for a focal point, but like we're gonna go with it. Usually, okay. So I say that, and tell me what the two things you think of. I say it's a weird focal point because American audiences or Western audiences read left to right, and they start at the top and they come down. And then a lot of like East Asian and Middle Eastern readers are going to start at the top right and then go the opposite zigzag. And so usually like you have a focal point kind of like in the top quadrant. It's kind of weird to do it in the bottom, but we'll try to make it work. We'll try to make it work with a lot. I also like, this is a pretty interesting silhouette. So I think I'm pretty happy with this. But so what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do, ooh, okay. Can't even see that now. Let me. Okay, so since this is, yeah, I guess we can we'll go this way. It's fine. All right. Actually, I don't know. I like this color maybe for the mermaid, so I'm gonna go with a more of a blue for the background. I think that feels like deep ocean. Oh yeah, Jabaro, the Love Death Robot episode. Yes, that one. Oh, that one's so good. So did you know I actually know the art director the art director of the studio that did Jabaro. So funny because I met him not knowing what his day job is at all. Like just and we talk online as artists, but then like I found out that he art directed that, and I was like, bro, this is crazy. I was like, it's so good. And he was like, oh, that's my day job. And I was like, crazy, bro, crazy, in a great way. Although I don't know if we've ever actually like talked about that short. I remember like seeing him post about it, and then I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I finally watched it. I was like, bro, this is one of my favorite ones. Yeah, the movement, the spinning and everything. I was like, this is so good. You know, I don't know. It's not a competition. We're not like. Sorry, that wasn't like me trying to flex on connections. It was more of like, oh yeah, like I do know that piece. I know an animator. You know, okay. I used to feel the same way when I was younger and like when I was like in art school. I was very much like, damn, how do people know all these people? And it would always boggle my mind of like, oh, you know this person, and then eventually, you know what half the time it's age. It's also location. I will have to say is that like living in LA, you just meet people who are like, oh yeah, I'm an animator at this show, and like, oh, I write on that show, and you're like, cool, that's awesome. Like, oh yeah, I wrote this movie, and you're like, cool. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, it's like you eventually meet people. Just the more stuff you do, the more chances you have to meet people, and the more you put yourself out there doing stuff that you want to be doing, the more you eventually make interesting connections. Oh, that's cool. Osmosis Jones. Okay, okay, I'm gonna go, actually. What a movie. Oh. Yeah, I haven't actually seen that. But now I feel like I should. Okay. Oh, some ribs there. Yeah, maybe. I guess it depends on how fully, like, fed we want to make her. Although, to your point, like, from a storytelling aspect, given how, like, kind of emaciated her fingers are, I imagine... Okay, so... I imagine sirens are likely not, like, the strongest monster. I don't think they'd be weak by any means, but I don't think they rely on their strength, more of the charm and the beguilement, right, of the song. If she was full, she wouldn't need to eat, yeah. But I imagine it's like, you know, she's like a deep water, or, you know, she's a hunter. So I feel like she would, you know, I'll just I feel like she'd have to work really hard to find food. Right? It's not like she can just, like... I feel like sailors are, like, the bonus, you know? That, like, she's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, eat sailors every day. Like, I feel like that's not realistic. Maybe we'll go with, like, a gray hair? I'm really tempted to... You know what I'm gonna do? Okay. I really wanted to do red hair because I don't really make her pop. But we're not going to do red hair. Because it sort of wouldn't necessarily make sense. Like, I don't think this siren is using, like, her good looks to lure sailors to their doom. I think this is definitely, like, she sings, she uses enchantments. Which is, I think, like, a much cooler way to, like, talk about sirens. I think just trying to make them, like, stereotypically, like, beautiful women makes it, like, kind of boring. Although sailor, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't give medieval sailor men a whole lot of credit for being enlightened human beings, right? Like, sailors, since it was such a dangerous job, are generally, like, you know, dudes that subscribe to pretty toxic worldviews and beliefs on things like gender rights, because they probably don't even have a concept of, like, gender, you know? So they're like, what is a social construct? I don't even know what that means. And you're like, all right, dude. Cool. Osmosis Jones. Bill Murray goes to the zoo. Puts pocket mayo on an egg, drops it on the dirty animal monkey ground, then eats it. That is an amazing summary. Thank you. Wow. That is such a wild summary. Oh wait. Hey Mike, come on. Come on over, bud. What's the matter? So I don't know if you can hear Mike screaming, but he's not. Maybe he's equally perturbed about Bill Murray ads. Sorry. I appreciate you sitting through them. Because they do make me some money. Okay. Let me just patch up some of these spots I missed. It's like, damn, the line work really hides some of these like janky ass edges I made. Welcome back. Thanks for watching the ad. You probably couldn't hear me saying thank you. Apologies. Appreciate the support. I was saying the ads do actually pay me a little bit of money, so you watching greatly appreciated. All right. My cat was also caterwauling when you were gone, I think. I was just like, oh, I wonder if she can hear Mike screaming in the background. I don't have a choice. I mean, you could, like, leave and not come to the stream, so that's always an option, and I appreciate you not doing that. But yeah, that would just be sad if, like, that would be super sad if I, like, didn't get paid for ads that you watched. Anyway, today's kombucha, which I think you're the one that doesn't like kombucha, right? Whatever, dude, go away. Okay, wait, sorry, let me... It's nasty. Ooh. Anyway, but it's passion fruit tangerine. Sorry. Had to drop a band hammer on a scammer person. Anyway, we'll do the fish last. Bacteria juice, bitter bean water, leaf soup, great poison. That's fair. Juice is also tasty. Okay, now that I have this on there, I'm actually going to recolor this sketch layer, give it some vibes, lighten it up though, and then now we will get to the painting. Good old-fashioned smoothies. Yeah, that's fair. All right. So I think I'm going to paint this with that being the single light source. So a lot of this will be in shadow, but... I kind of actually, I don't know. I might want to do the teeth on their own layer, I think, to make my job a little bit easier a little bit later. It's interesting because I have to kind of think about like how much I want this to be fish and how much I want it to be person. Paint the fish to look like Marlin from Finding Nemo. I'm tempted to make it look like Dory, but I feel like that's much sadder. That could be a fun little like. Okay, maybe we will use Marlin then. I feel like I haven't seen that movie in a very long time, so I believe you. If we should do something else. So the key, eventually, not now, is going to make these black orbs look like orbs and not like cavities. Because right now, it just looks like there's a hole in the face. But we'll get to that momentarily. That's so sad. I feel so happy, which is a big deal for me. What a sad moment. Is Marlin clinically depressed? Sounds like it. Sad Marlin. Oh, Mikey, what's the matter, bud? Why are you crying? Oh, poor cat. He's so sad. He's like, how come you're not abandoning everything you're doing and loving me right now? Why aren't you doing it, Papa? His wife. Jesus Christ. Wow, that is depressing. Yeah, he probably is, but he probably is jonesing for the fish, which is sort of surprising because we just fed him. Okay, if he would have let me pick him up to a level that like I could show you, I definitely would put him on the stream. Oh yeah. Hey, come here, bud. Come here. Come here, Mikey. Mikey, come on. Come on, boy. Come here. People want to see you on the camera, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come here. No? What's the matter? Come here. Let me... Okay, cat break. I'm going to see if I can get him. He hates being picked up. Oh, no. He's leaving. Mikey, come back. Nope. He is a scaredy cat. He hates being picked up. I have to pick him up in a weird way, too. Like, he won't let me pick him up like a normal-ass human being. Oh, he is just crying so bad. I don't know what you want, bud. He is so sad. He is such a sad baby. We might have to cheat and add just like a rim light just to make this more visible, but it's okay. We'll do what we can. I just kind of want to get a little bit of value on everything. Ooh, Venus flytrap. That's cool. I can have I done a plant monster recently? I made an enamel pin that's based on a plant monster. Let me show you. So this is actually it's hard to see what parts. This is like the pin on the backing card, but I don't know if you can hear it. I'll draw a quick outline. Oh no, I think yeah, I went like that. Sorry. The pin's actually not that other leaf. That was just painted on. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah, that was a pin that has since sold out. But yeah, Green Blossom. I kind of like the idea. Like, it's like I grew up in the era of the Gin Blossoms, so I thought Green Blossom for old people. I was like, that's kind of clever pun. Anyway, the idea is I did a different monster. I did a different enamel pin for each of the... Oh, you know what? I did a siren, too. I was like, I'm even using... I did the pin of just her hair and this front piece of hair. It's like... So I realized I was like, that's the pin. Yeah, the plants that eat you. So I did a different, I guess I'm kind of doing the same, sort of the same jam, a little bit different with the evil mermaid. But, yeah, I've done a siren pin. And anyway, like the whole idea for this one and this one, they were all like different 7 deadly sins. So Green Blossom, because it's a plant that can't move and you have to go to it, was sloth, which is where it makes sense to me. And then the siren, because it entrances men, was lust. Ooh, what's your favorite book series? Plant monsters are always... It's always interesting how people do plant monsters, you know? Because, like... I feel like... You know, they don't move fast, but like... And, you know, you could argue they have some pretty severe limitations in terms of, like, mobility. We're also gonna use some fun color theory stuff here too. Because the lighting is gonna sell the hell out of this thing. The lighting is going to sell the texture. The lighting is going to sell... I'm actually just going to paint this entire face behind the teeth. Lighting is going to sell the eyes that I'm going to do in a second. It's a lot. Brah! Search for one law. That's cool. Yeah, search for one law. I saw. Cool. 3 books. Any book that has lots of monster people, I'm probably into it, you know? Cool. Once we do the fish, we can also add it into we can add it to the eye to give it a sense of roundness. I think that's too sharp of an angle though. Yeah, I'm gonna redo these actually. Post-apocalyptic theme, clone to save humanity, but they taught Earth. Oh, interesting. That's kind of an interesting premise. I'm into that. There's gonna be a fish here. That's what that additional light source is. Then that's reflected light off of this part of the eye socket. So now hopefully that doesn't look like a cavity, it looks like round eyes that are coming out of the head. Fight's a lot of cool guys, but the book itself is really sweet, kind-hearted, because she's 13 and a good person. That makes sense. Because the light's below, it's actually going to make a weird pattern on the nose. Where like the light's kind of below. Yeah, eyeballs are eyeballing, not eye concaving. Oh yeah, how'd your comic go? Cool. Oh, you're gonna continue it bi-weekly. Nice. Was your boyfriend surprised and impressed and all the good stuff? Excellent. Cool. That's pretty cool that you're going to continue it bi-weekly too. I think that's awesome. Okay. These teeth. Oof. Now, I don't know if the teeth would actually be as shiny as you would usually make them. Because, like, everything is wet, right? So everything should be shiny, so... Ooh, impressed with the knowledge base as well. I like it. Congratulations. Nice. Flex. Congratulations. Oh, what's this lovely lady's name? Maybe Marina? Hilda Clarice. I like those better, maybe. Judas. I don't know. I like Judith with a TH, maybe. She feels like a Judith. Melody. You know, to be fair, I've never seen any of the sequels to like the Disney movies. Like, you know, the main canon of like especially all of the stuff done in the like the 80s and 90s, cuz that's like I was a kid when all of that stuff was coming out, or like, you know, still in school. And so then when they were like, we're doing Little Mermaid 2, I was like, oh no, one was perfect. Don't come in here with that stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I should. Oh yeah, that's tough. Growing up with 2 coming out, yeah. Was it good? I mean, like, and like I said, I don't know if they're not like not good. I just remember being like, I don't know if I really need to see this. The prequel was good, sequel was okay. All right, good to know. Good to know. Oops. The animation wasn't the worst I've seen. I don't know if that's necessarily a selling point, that it's not the worst you've seen, but I get what you're saying. Should I say? This face isn't crooked. Well, this face isn't straight, is what I was trying to say. The face is crooked, and we will see it when we flip it. Huh. Well, it's a little crooked. I thought it was actually going to be, like, it was actually way more out of proportion than it is, but it's actually not as bad as I thought. It could have been worse. Long story short, I expected it to be war. Hey, bud. Oh, you know, I might have seen one of the Aladdin ones, I feel like. A green whale thing in the prequel. That's pretty crazy. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can maybe... No, I think he's staring out at the window. Oh, he's... okay. He's happily chilling. We're gonna have to do a cat break. We're going to have to like wait until the right moment where he's just like about to come out from the window. But I have time to slowly push the Wacom tablet, my sliding desk thing in so I can go down and snack him before he retreats too fast. Oh, cool. Is Jodie Benson the Ariel voice actor? I don't actually know, to be honest. Ah, got it. I'm painting the cast shadows in because, in theory, the teeth are so close that they're like really just blocking out all of the light, even though it is kind of diffused. Cameo and Enchanted. I used to be a big Disney person, and now I can't. I don't even think I know. I have no idea what Enchanted is even about. I realized. I was like, I just don't know. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah. You know, I feel like those advertisers just go by like the basic ass demographic info they've got, which is probably not anything. Target audience, that's reach. Yeah. Good job, marketer. You just wasted like 7 cents. Well, I wanted to, but if you actually perspective wise, you actually aren't gonna see. You're not gonna see her neck, because I mean, I could move her head. I'd have to move her head in a really weird position and make her neck super long, because she's actually up like this, and like from the perspective, like, yeah, you're not gonna see it. I was even considering like not having her hair kind of go like that, having her hair do that so you could see her neck, and then I realized no matter what, like, that water is cold. you're not going to see the neck just because of the angle. Her head would be covering the neck to her shoulders, and it would actually probably look too weird. So we did what we did. Did what we could. Make her balding. Okay. Is that the color? That's the color. All right. So her fins are interesting because we want to make them look translucent. So like, we want them to catch sunlight, but we want it to be sort of like not 100% visible. Ooh, trash caught in her. Yeah, I was thinking of having like a giant like fishing hook or like netting kind of tied around her. I feel like I don't know. Okay, so like I love the storytelling of that, of it being like an environmental piece. And I'm also kind of like, I feel like she has hands, so I feel like if she got caught in a net, she could like, and she has claws, so I feel like she could like cut through it. But we'll see. We're just trying to get some of the full color or full darkness range on her. Because that's realistically going to be a majority of the color, is going to be this like super dark value. That's fair. It's like, you know, like I'm all for like personal expression. Don't get me wrong. I think acrylic nails are super cool. Especially like nail art, I think is legit super rad. I also question it if you have a job that requires you to like tap things a lot. Like we go there's like a Rite Aid pharmacy close by that I go to, and I imagine she has claws. She just like rips through stuff, right? She's not. I don't think she has to be very like dainty, you know. She's not like typing into an iPhone. But one of the cashiers has like, you know, a good inch long nails, and I just feel so bad because like they don't have like a keyboard which you can type a little bit okay with, you know, if you've had long nails, but then like, you know, she has to do like the like big hard tap 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 thing, you know. And I'm just like, oh, that's so tough. And if I like, I don't know, I'm also a person that like, I can't deal with uncomfortable like stuff, which is also maybe privilege of being a man. But like, I'll dress up for Halloween. I'll do like, you know, 2 hours worth of face paint or like some elaborate costume, and then by like an hour in, I'm like smearing it because I like touching my face, or I'm like wiping it because I'm sweaty, and I'm just like, I can't. I don't have the the Constitution to remember to not, like, to be uncomfortable for fashion. I don't care how cool my costume is. Eventually, I'm just like, nope. I'm noping out of that real quick. So, it's hard for me to imagine. Like, I get doing the nails when, like, you're going out or something, you know? But then, like, as, like, a day-to-day thing, I'd be like, this shit's coming off quick. But I don't know. I could just be talking. Yeah, that's fair. I'm assuming it's just like a, you know, like an exposure thing, right? It's like you just get used to doing things or doing something a certain way and like you're good. I think the initial uncomfort is just so great for me that I'm like, nope. That sounds not great. I mean, I feel like it could just be partially because it's hard to use your hands to make art with long nails. I don't know. I'm assuming. But I mean, paint is by nature a pretty messy medium, you know? All right. Well, maybe you're just especially messy. I think it depends on just like how fast you paint too, or like your style of painting. You know what I mean? Because I like to like attack the canvas with traditional paint, so I get paint. Like my hands are usually just covered with paint, because I'll have especially like my left hand, because be holding paper towel, and I just like wipe the brush with it, and it just soaks through and gets paint all on my left hand as I'm like going. But I like the visceralness of like, you know, like pushing the paint around, and then like I have a friend who she'll like mix it and be like bop bop. She's like super graphic and like very precise, and I was like, that style, I bet you she has pretty clean hands. But she also does murals, and then her her mural clothes, because she's using like giant rollers and stuff. She has like paint splattered mural clothes. I can't say that word. Fuck. I'm just gonna try to like dial this one in as much as possible with the scales. Yeah, painting big is... I wish I could paint big more often. So I like that that kind of looks like scales, and then when you look close, it's just this mess. But that's the magic of painting, right? Painterly vibe. Yeah. Well, you know, it's a matter of texture, I think. Because traditional 3D, like big budget, you know, Pixar, DreamWorks, that kind of Sony animation, like animation, you know, they're using 3D models, right? Which by nature tend not to have like, you have to make them have noise that traditional painting usually has. That's true. It should be painterly because it was actually painted, but because they tried to make it for consistency's sake, because it was painted, they tried to paint flat, right? And a lot of it too, it's actually painted, the old Disney movies were painted on glass because that's how they, like, at least the backgrounds, that's how they could have depth. Have you seen the documentary of like how they did the backgrounds for Bambi? Or like, I don't know if there's a documentary, but like articles about that, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's legit super rad, right? They're like, yeah, and Sleeping Beauty, yep. They're just like, oh, we're gonna paint on, was it like 13, 9? I don't know. There's like a lot of layers of glass that they're using back then. They're like, we're just gonna use that to do everything. Yeah, the backgrounds, they're so amazing. I don't know if it's still around because of I haven't been really back to San Francisco since the pandemic happened. I moved right before the pandemic and then basically never went back. But if they still have the Walt Disney Family Museum in the Presidio in San Francisco, if you ever get a chance to make it, it's pretty cool. They have like some of the original paintings from like super early stuff, and like, I don't know, it's super cool. Yeah. Ooh, the Tim Burton Museum? I don't know. Where? Do you know where that is? That sounds cool. That sounds like it'd be super legit. Okay, I think I want to do some hair stuff before I forget. Oh, London. Wow. That would make sense. I forget that he's her. Is he London? Is he English or British, I should say? I assumed he would be there because I know Helena Bonham Carter, if they're still married, she's based out of London. Pretty sure like their kids. I've seen an article about like their kids going to school in London or something like that. But I don't know. Is he British or? I mean, I know he went to film school down here in Southern California, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was pretty sure he was like, you know, based down here, but. I'm kind of giving. There's like a secondary light source up here that I'm not calling in, but I think that's the only way I'm going to get this to kind of read like it's gray hair. Oh, that makes sense. Sorry. Have her ribs going the wrong way. Yeah, don't they like live in separate houses or something? Or I don't know. I'm getting yeah, maybe. He's married to Monica Bellucci? She's also an actress. Monica Bellucci. She's the Merovingian's wife in Matrix, in the second Matrix movie, I think. You're like, I'm just like, huh, like spouting random things, and you're like, oh no, I have facts. It's like, we have facts, Rick. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, the Merovingian's like the creepy, like he's like the information broker. He has like werewolves or something, I think. He owns like the restaurant. And he's kind of like, he like sort of like is a pervert and like drugs women in his restaurant. So, I don't know. A difference between all of the dragons? Like, I guess I'll say, I mean, like, I'm familiar with many types of dragons, but not to the point that I would say, oh, let me tell you about the difference between all of the dragons. Oh, okay. So, like, if they have wings as their front arms, are they technically worms then? I wouldn't be able to tell you classification wise, unfortunately. But I'm pretty sure, like WYRM worms. I'm like, I don't remember. You're the one who should know. I don't proclaim to be a monster expert. You do. I'm like, okay, that's fair. I'm pretty sure worms are the dragons that are more like a snake, and then proper dragons have like wings and then arms. I thought you were, because like also too, like the dragons in different mythologies are different. Like if you're looking at just classical Western, like European dragons, there's like one kind of form. And then if you go into, like, Asia, a lot of the dragons are a little bit different. Ah. Wyverns. I always would have said a wyvern was kind of, like, slightly different, but maybe not. Huh. I mean, I'm also preoccupied with painting, so I'm gonna let you do the fact checking here. Dragons, drakes, wyverns, linrums, amphitheater, amphitheater. Huh, I've never heard of that one. That's actually really interesting. Worms. Okay, so worms are like snakes. Dragons are regular dragons. Drakes Drakes definitely, I feel like, are more hind leg type dragons, maybe, with big hind legs, smaller arms, but still wings. Lin, I've never heard of. Okay, dragon. Okay, break it down for us. Bring us home, Layla. Help me out. Four legs, no wings? Oh, that's wild. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I always pictured them with wings, but I do imagine them being more of a legged creature than not. Okay, I was wrong there. Let's see. Wyvern's 2 legs, wings as arms. Yeah, that's like a weird one, but all right. I think just like as a creature, that's like super weird. But maybe not. I don't know. I guess I don't know. That does kind of make sense. I guess. Wyvern is 2. Okay, wait. Yeah. I just said that. 2 legs. I'm pretty sure Smog is a legit dragon, no? Two legs, no wings? Linrum? That just seems like a poorly designed animal. I have 2 legs. You're just like a big a snake that like sits on your haunches with 2 legs. But then you don't have any wings? Like, oh, what a sad little creature, I feel like. Amphipter. Amphipter? Wings, no legs. Damn, I gotta write these down. This is actually like super interesting to me. I'm like, I've never heard of this. I have to dive into more examples of this. Amphipter and Linrums. Oh, okay, yeah. Worms have no legs, no limbs, just big monster snakes. All right, I guess I got 2 of 5, right? 2 of 6. Struck out on the Drake. Okay, I guess you told me about the Wyvern, so like, I'm gonna give myself 2 of 5. Smog really has wings as front legs? Oh yeah, I guess it does, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna see. I imagined Smog, right? Big long dragon, big back legs, and then he has giant wings. Fire. And I guess his wings are so big that okay, so I imagine most wyverns to be like sorry, okay. It's got teeth now. I imagine most wyverns to basically be like and have like little baby legs and then like baby wings. That's kind of how I imagine a wyvern, but I guess these are both same thing. Doesn't matter. Oh, little T-Rex hands? Okay. Like that. Okay. They're both wyverns. I believe you. Wings that hooks have his hands, kind of like bats. Okay, gotcha. Okay. She's looking horrifying. I'm glad. Yeah, she's at the bed. Yeah. That would be... I can't say that would be like something I would enjoy having happen to me. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to judge her by her looks. Maybe she's quite nice. That's kind of why I like naming my monsters like regular human names. You know, like if this becomes like, Judith, right? Maybe like she's cool. You know. It's like, it's just Judith. Why is everybody freaking out? She's just eating, right? She's hunting. Unless you're vegan, you can't say that, like, she's all being all extra monstrous, right? She's just, like, I'm just eating, guys. You know what I mean? Dora. Yeah, don't worry, that's just Alexis. I wanted to get an extra dark shadow layer here to kind of give, like, this piece a little bit more form. Just a little bit. Like, it's in the shadows. I don't want to over-render it, but I just want to basically give it the vibe that, like, there's, like, this big shadowy thing that's three-dimensional. Yeah. The wispy hair, I was thinking about that, and I was like, we'll add that in a little bit. That'll be one of the last things, because that's like that, the blood in the water, the fish. I just want to get most of her kind of figured out first, and then we can get a little fancy. Water wings. Okay. Maybe. Let me finish her, and then we can decide to maybe give her water wings. Which would be impressive, right? Because imagine she has like these floats, and she's like weight training. Right? Water weights, if you're a deep sea animal, is like weight training because it's pulling you up, and you have to like keep swimming down, you know, because you're like fighting the natural buoyancy of water wings. rubber duck for moral support. Alright, I'm gonna, let's see. Okay. Pushing the mood here. And then, okay, so that's like a base layer. So water is interesting, right? Underwater, because you get a lot of like visibility loss because light gets refracted through all of the particles and like shit in the water too. So we're going to also add a layer on top, which is actually the color of this. But we're going to make this a soft light. We're going to turn down the opacity. But that'll actually give a little bit of global illumination to everything. I keep staring into the light. You're going to die. She's got you. She's juju'd you. So that's actually what... Let me try actually what hard light might look like. That's probably a little bit more accurate because it's going to actually be hitting a lot of the like little things in the water. Let me see. I don't really... Is there like just a super random... Okay, wait, this... no. It's too distinct. Yeah, the particles, because that's like, this is going to be like plankton and just like organic matter. Random stuff that's like in the water that's going to hit and like make it not just clear light. Fish poo, yeah. That's only going to be in this like lightest area. You're not going to see that in the darkness. You might. There might be like some around here because it's implied that the light's traveling, but it's really only because these are so reflective that we're getting those bright highlights. That's what we're saying. Everybody. Okay. I didn't even draw the fish yet. Damn. Okay. I don't draw a lot of fish, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Let's look at... Wait, what kind of fish is Marlin Finding Nemo? Oh, is Marlin just the dad? I don't want a clownfish. We need... What's a legit deep sea? I do like the idea. But I think I need something fucking, like, weirder. Like, look at that thing. That's a weird-ass fish. Or, like, something dumb-looking like that, maybe. Or like that. Look at how weird these things look. I love deep-sea fish. They're super weird. That's totally not a real fish. Could be an actual marlin. Oh, oh, the same direction as audience. That's kind of cool. Like doing a fish from behind, kind of. If I see a good reference photo, if I can get a fish from behind, I'm totally doing it. Let's see. I like that idea a lot. Let's see. Kind of. Yeah, maybe. This is why you excel in English class. Nice. Yeah, you got the ideas. I love it. I love it. I think no one takes the image of fish like that often because, like, I don't know, they look like you kind of want to see the front of their face, right? To be like, oh, that looks cool. No, I don't want video. Deep sea fish above. I like it. I like the layered symbolism. Were you on stream when I did the kind of the Kuchisake Ona like fascism sticker? Or did you see that in Discord? I feel like I added a good amount of okay. I thought I had a good amount of symbolism in that one. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we can use something like this. Okay, I think I can maybe rejig that one a little bit. No, the one of the lady with the scissors. It's in art, WIP, art whip, as my wife calls it. Here, I'll tag you. Wait. Or if you wait, sorry. If you just jump into art works in progress, you'll find it. I accidentally closed Discord, so I'm so bad at this. Okay. You're right. I think at best I can get a side view in here. I don't want to shrink her too much. Parasite, yep. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so the Kuchisake Onna is a Japanese urban legend where... Sorry, I was just trying to get the silhouette. That's why I was zoomed out so bad. Where this woman who wears a surgical mask walks around and she like comes up behind you and she's like, do you think I'm beautiful? And if you... Oh, yeah, the monster hand. Yeah, I get you. And then if she says... I think if you say no, then she also has a pair of giant scissors. And so if you say no, she just kills you with the scissors. If you say yeah, like, you are beautiful, she removes the mask, and then she has her mouth, like Joker style, like slit up to her ears, and then she goes, how about now? And if you like scream or say no, she kills you. And then if you say yes, then she like she like cuts you up that way and mutilates you so you can be beautiful like her. If you just walk away, I think she chases you down and likely stabs you. supposedly, I think if you can give her candy in some instances, there's a myth that you can like throw candy on the ground and she'll go pick that up and you can like run away. But you have to fully distract her with the candy and or like dollar coins or something. But if like that doesn't work and she follows you, she's also supernaturally fast. If she follows you, you're pretty much boned. So yeah, Kuchisake Ona. Basically, that translates of the slit-mouthed woman. She's back in action. We are painting this weird fish, trying to make it look realistic, or at least somewhat realistic. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. Yeah, turning off the weird layer. I'm like, why does everything look so orange? I'm like, I don't want it to. I mean, I do want it to look orange, but just not at this degree. But that is helpful to know that that's how it's gonna. I guess how it's gonna turn out. Paint the fish first, and then we'll worry about the lighting. The most realistic fish have big butts. That's hilarious. There's like a moth. Gross. Must kill. Well, you can come and you can take this moth out of my house, and you can give it a home if you want. You wish you were a moth. Why, may I ask, do you wish you were a moth? Scientists don't understand moths? What about moths don't scientists understand? Oh, they don't understand how they actually change in the cocoon. Okay, that makes that makes sense to me. But don't they also have really short lifespans? I feel like being a moth isn't all it's cracked up to be. They definitely carry. I feel like it's in their DNA is like the whole thing about them turning into a different creature. I mean, yeah, it does. I guess I can't argue with you there. Turtles move slow to us. I don't know if I believe you that much in terms of like this theory, like how you're talking about relativity here. But I guess it's all. I mean, time is relative, right? Like, so. Guess who's to say? Not me. Okay, I think I have a okay perspective on this fish. Longer life equals slower life. Slower life. Faster life equals shorter life. All right. I love how long that took. Like, I feel like that fish took as long to paint as like most of the rest of this piece. Okay. Hair bonus. Yeah. The fish does look pretty good, I think. That oh, that's so funny though. I feel like I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go like clean up a bunch of stuff on the actual mermaid. Because the fish took all of the time. The fish is like, the fish is looking good. Okay, my Photoshop's being weird, so I gotta close and reopen. Alright. Fish would make some good onigiri. That's amazing. What does mermaid taste like? Maybe human. Wouldn't that be dark? Shark tastes like halibut mixed with chicken. That's fair. I haven't had shark in a very long time. Like more than a decade, probably. So if you say it tastes like chicken with halibut vibe, maybe. Also definitely fish. I believe you then. Clean up. This is all the final painting on top of things. Although I went back to an earlier layer because I can. I want to go back and finish these claws, but I think... Wait. Like that little lump made her elbow look weird, and I think it's weird that her forearm is so developed here on this side and it's not so much on this side, so I want to fix that. I had a milkshake. This is what it feels like to die. Oh no. Are you dealing with gastrointestinal distress? I hope not. Got it. Yes, but gastrointestinal. I'm sorry to hear that. What's your skincare routine? It's funny. You know, I think it's Maybe just some, whatever every other mer person does. They just like, you know, take some fish guts and smear them all over your face, and then you lick your face clean, and then yeah, I think that's about it. You know, fish, more fish, right? Like, yeah. I think that still might be a little too bright. All right. You know what I think will help? Yeah, really knock that stuff back to really show that she's like, Actually, I don't know if I need. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, I'm not going to do a multiply. I'm just going to do a normal layer, but I'm going to reduce the opacity because it's like we're looking through the atmosphere that's water. So it should naturally kind of like mute everything. So we've got, yeah, this little lady, and she's like, hey, fish, I'm going to eat you. That fish looks super fucking realistic, I feel like. It looks more realistic than the face does. Okay. I can't have this. This is a little ridiculous. And I think what that is that like I need we just need a little bit more speculars. Whether that's her, scales or like it's just a lot of this looks flat is what it is. It's like one washed out thing, I mean, if this is a focal point, we should have this be a little bit more rendered than everything else. Ooh. Got a little... particles over the stuff in the back. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I know what I was trying to do. This is what I was trying to do. Had to give her some legit nails, This is what was missing. It was like everything in the hands were so like implied, which isn't always terrible, but if you're trying to, this is like, I don't mind the tail being more abstract, but this is like supposed to be the focal point, so there should be a pretty strong case for having this a little bit more flushed out and rendered. I feel like she could be friends with SpongeBob. I feel that's definitely like a realistic piece of lore. I feel like they might not be friends, but I feel like they run into each other at like the grocery store, you know, or something. You know what I mean? I'm trying to actually show that like there's a, you can kind of see the darkness of the finger in between the layers of like the webbing. Okay. Paint nails quick, Rick. Did a poor job there. I want to repaint that hand, actually. Friends with SpongeBob. Do you think she like shops at like the or she like goes to? Maybe she knows him from work. Do you think? Do you think she eats at like the Krab Patty place? Okay, the reason I redrew this finger is because I think it's actually like the nail is bent and it's like behind this one. And then this one is casting a shadow over this finger. Let's render that a little bit more. realized it got super quiet. I was like, I'm in like the last bit, almost done. I think I just got happy and I was like, focus so hard. And that one should be smaller slightly. Okay. Oh, so much better. So much more finished looking. Right? Like this can all be loosey-goosey. Because once we turn all of the layers on, like that's fine. But then we have this final part, which should have a little bit of a polish. This should at least be as detailed as a fish. And now I think with the highlights, let's turn the textures on. Yeah, there we go. I think I want to do some more water texture. Was this what we used? No, that's a smudge. It's chalk. What did we use? Oh, that's like a... must not be the right brush. I was like, how come it's not doing what I want it to do? Damn. All of these are smudge brushes. I want... Alright, here he goes. There he goes. Darkened up the brush for up there and over here. Now I'm just gonna erase a bunch of it. Use a little tiny eraser brush. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing, but like we're erasing all of this like tiny little texture stuff. Yeah. Nice texture. We've got a deep sea creature. Only took me 2.5 hours. Sea mermaid. Got the digital signature. Oh, hey, Mikey. Mike's back. The cutest boy in the world. I want this to be like a dark blue. I might have to level this to get it as dark as I want it to be. Okay, I'm gonna try, let's see if this works. No, okay, I put a clipping mask on. If I do that, and then I turn that into color, overlay. Divide is really good. I think I just have to paint this one. This is like the dumbest thing ever, is that like I have to like paint my signature darker. But it's just too contrasty for my liking. The adjustment layers aren't doing it enough for me. All right. What's up, Mikey? Okay, bye-bye. Jesus. All right. I think it was just that sigil, like the signature was breaking up the vibe so much that I wanted to make sure that I like integrated it well as opposed to just stamping it on. Because like the mood, come on. The mood is what we're all about. So that is what it is. Okay. So I think we're good. Thanks for hanging out. And GG. GN. Peace out. Have a good one. And catch you on the flip side, everybody. Thanks, and bye-bye.